Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Freedom Strategies. I am your host, Lo Silva. This is my co-host and business partner, Kent Clothier. I'd like to welcome you into his humble home / recording studio to talk about the number one mistake that people make when trying to start or expanding on business online, which is having a website. Not that a website is bad, website's great, but overall, 94% of people do a horrible job.
Are you sure it wasn't 93.9?
I did the research, and it shows 94% of people are just completely blowing money on something that they don't need, which is a website. Now, you do need a website, but you're doing it wrong. But basically, the reason that I say that is because you need to have two different things. If you have a site, then you need to have a blog that's actively getting traffic. If not, if you're just trying to do some lead generation, then you need to have a landing page. All right?
Totally.
That's basically all we have on this.
All right, so the difference between a website and a landing page.
Okay, so a website is kind of like a brochure, okay? So the brochure is gonna say everything you wanna know, everything under the sun. The reality is of it, most people don't care. That's what a landing page is for. A landing page is going to draw you into that one thing that the customer wants in exchange normally for an email, which is what you need so you can email back and
communicate.
And
build a
have
relationship.
I said communication. Have communication, build a relationship, and potentially gain customers, clients, and
most people throw up websites. They go off and they buy a website. They're excited, right? Brand new.
It's like a business card.
Yeah, totally. Oh my God, I got my new desk. I got my paper clips. I got the website. I've spent all this money. And the reality of it is a website is you have to, just like anything in business, you have to move with intention. You have to absolutely understand exactly what you're trying to do. To go just get a website and blow a lot of money just for the sake of having it does you no good. People aren't just going to magically find your website. People aren't going to magically just decide they want to give you their email address, or they're going to, it doesn't work like that. The reality of it is you have to have a plan. You have to have a marketing plan. And that what we know to be true, being marketers and having done this for many, many years, is that traditionally, websites do very, very little for actually cultivating customers and bringing new business and creating revenue.
Unless there's a blog attached to it that has a significant amount of education, marketing.
Right. If you're bringing real value to somebody's world, in other words, to your point, if you have a website that in turn is not just your corporate, effectively a corporate brochure, but it's actually creating a great deal of content, bringing real value to somebody, they're learning a lot, you're nurturing a relationship with them, all those things are happening, then everything we're saying, throw it out the door. That's a good website. That's something that ultimately is going to serve your business well. But ultimately, you have to give your prospect the opportunity to actually do business with you. And that's where landing pages and funnels and direct response type marketing is much more productive, right? So in our world, we use landing pages and direct response to truly drive traffic and create
a reactional.
Absolutely. Create the opportunity, right? And we use websites on the other side of it as a way of nurturing those prospects and letting them get into our world and know a little bit about us and kind of building that relationship. But we've already accomplished something by engaging them in a way through a landing page that's got their email address. They've opted in for a free report or whatever the case may be. And now all these two things are working together. But if you just go out and blanketly, hey man, look at my new website, Bill's Plumbing, and I throw it up, dude, you've just totally wasted a lot of money. There's no thought that actually went into that process.
So overall, have a website, but be smart about it. What's the goal of the website? I'll give you a quick example and then I'm going to say goodbye. But basically for Freedom Strategies, we do have a website. There's no content in there. We take you to the podcast because that's where we drive our relationship with you. That's where you go to listen to us. You're on the phone. You are listening to us from mobile for the most part, and the videos are on YouTube. For the most part, they're not on the website because that's not somewhere we're driving traffic. It makes no sense for us to do that, right? Unless you're going to Boardroom for the Boardroom Consulting. But we also have a sales funnel, a different active sales funnel that is going out and actively bringing leads into that system for that as well. So we have our strategy, and again, going back to systems, our systems for operating these different channels, if you will. So if you have anything, if you learned anything on this episode, it is, if you are going to have a website, what's the goal, what's the structure, and what am I trying to achieve?
That's it, man. Good
That's
stuff.
it.
Really good stuff. All right, so guys, check us out at freedomstrategies.tv. If you want to know, go and check out more of the podcast. You can do it there. You can also go up in the top right-hand corner and check out the boardroom. See if you want to talk to us about maybe trying to do some stuff together and join our mastermind. All that kind of good stuff is there. And on behalf of Los and myself, it is always a pleasure putting these things together and sharing it with you. We'll keep the comments coming, keep the emails coming.
Leave us a review.
Leave us a review. And talk more about Los's hair. We're getting a lot of comments about,
People are really enjoying it. I really appreciate this.
There's a lot of that stuff
Very
going on,
nice.
so keep those coming.
Thank you for
All right.
the hair compliment.
Take care, guys. See ya.
Bye.